Hello, in this video we're going to demo Adobe Spark, which is part of the Adobe Suite. It allows for the creation of images or posters or infographics. It also allows for the creation of websites as well as photo-based videos where you have a video and you just upload images into it and it kind of makes it into this auto-rolling video. There are lots of templates to pick from, be it the poster, the website, or the video that you're trying to create. There's templates available that you can just pick from and go with, or you can just make your own from scratch. There are also stock photos available, so you can search Adobe's stock photos within there, which makes it a little bit easier. Of course, you could upload your own if you wanted to. And this is a great tool for teachers to create and share information on a particular topic, so as part of their teaching lesson. It's also great and easy enough for students to use to create their own product for a performance-based assessment. So it could be that you ask the students to create their own poster, their own infographic about a topic, they build their own website about a topic, or they make their own photo-based video for a particular topic. So let's try a demo. The first step is going to Adobe Spark and creating your account. So if you have an account as a teacher or student, you can log in there, or you can create your own account, sign up with your email, or sign up with Google. After you're logged in, you'll see a dashboard of all the things that you've already created. But to get started on something new, you choose the plus icon. And then you can see samples of different things, and they kind of have them sorted by social media, growing your business, teach and study. It kind of breaks it down by kind of genre, if you will. But you can scroll to the bottom and you can see what options there are. You can create a graphic or a poster or an infographic. You can create a web page, or you can create a video. So we'll start with a graphic first. So we'll choose to create a graphic. We can choose to start from scratch, or we can see templates here. So we can kind of scroll over and get an idea of what's possible. We can use the arrows to scroll over as well and can kind of get an idea. You can pretty much edit these as much as you want and kind of change as much as you want, but it does kind of give you an idea of something to start with. If you don't see a template you like, that's fine. You can come up and choose to start from scratch. Then you can choose kind of what size you want to work with. These are kind of specific to, they do a lot that are kind of meant to be if you're making something for Facebook, if you're making something for Twitter, they kind of do them to where if you were going to make them for a social media post, or if you were going to try to print them, you can make them a certain size to fit on different things to print. And then you choose next. You can then choose photos you want to include. These are stock photos, so you can just choose the photos you want, or you can upload your own. But this does give you the option of choosing different stock photos onto your poster so that you already have them there. So I picked a couple just for now. I searched a term and picked a couple. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to use all of them, but I can always choose them and add more later or change later if I want to. So it kind of arranges it all for me to begin with, but then I can come down here and do different variations, and it'll move my pictures around based upon kind of what I'm looking for. So it can actually make you a really nice poster really quickly. And that's okay. You don't have to stick to any of this if you don't want to. It's just kind of giving you kind of ideas. Another option is to come over to layout. And you can decide what type of layout do you want. Do you want the pictures to be really skinny pictures? Do you want, one big picture and smaller pictures? You can choose kind of how you would like perhaps your images to be laid out. This also gives you an idea of how much space you're going to have. So here, this one is set to have 7 images, so 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom. So that's another way to kind of look at it, is to determine how many images you're working with or how much text you're working with. Now say that I decide I don't want all these images. I can actually click on them, delete, and it'll ask me, do I want to delete that entire section or just delete that photo? And I just want to delete the photo for now because I might want to put something else in there. Now if I want to change the image, I can always click on it, and then over here on the side I can choose image, and just like I did before, I can search for another image if I want. Next I can come to colors and change my color scheme. So if this is kind of the greens and the whites and the tans, I can come and change the color scheme to kind of give my overall feel to my poster. I can change those up. Now say that I have a scheme that I've picked and I kind of like it, but I want to make some changes. I can actually click to change the colors, and I can make some different changes if I want to. So I can change it into, something different if I prefer. and that will allow me to make a little bit of a scheme change. So in this case, maybe I want to add text in each of these boxes. So I can come up to add and I can choose text and I can choose what text I would like added. I submit it and I can move it around. I can make it smaller or larger if I want. In this case, I kind of want it to fit in these little blocks. So you see how it kind of changes itself or molds itself to fit that. And so now I have it within there. Notice I can double click and I can change the words if I want. I can come over here as well and change the fonts and whatnot. So I can come in and change whatever font I want. I can also come in and change the look of it. So I can change the type itself. And notice I can have a primary and a secondary. So primary in this case would be the main text, and then the secondary would be like the smaller level text. So if you had like a poster that had like headings and then subheadings, or headings and text, you can make two different types of text. Maybe the headings and then the regular font would be something else. You can also come and change the colors of the text. So you could change those around if you wanted to and match with your schemes or not. You can also come and change the shape. So you can come and make them in different shapes if you want, which is not really appropriate for what I'm doing, but you can come and change them I'll move this out so you can kind of see. So you can like change them to have different shapes and settings like that to kind of give it a different feel. You can also add some effects in, so you can make like a outline shadow and change the thickness. You can make another shadow. You could do cutouts. You could do all different types of things with your different effects there. And then under style, if you're not really sure what to do, you can use this and it will give you suggestions. So you can just kind of circle the wheel and it will change and give you all types of suggestions to work with. So again, when you have your text selected, you can change the style of the text, the font, you can change the colors, you can change the shapes, you can change the effects on the letters, or you could just get ideas. So in this case, I added kind of a title here by going to adding a text box. And then what I did is I created a secondary theme here because the red and orange colors you couldn't really see very well, so I added that. And then using effects, I was able to add a shadow and outline to where it made an orange shadow to where you can see the words. So now we've got our poster looking in pretty good shape. So now we have the option of coming up and we can actually rename it if we want to. And then we have the option of downloading it. We can download it as an image. So we'll start that download that we can use and put it, print it or put it on different things. So that's a great way to use that. So then we can choose to save it to our computer for further usage. But then also we can choose share up at the top, and we can choose to share it via email, get the link to share it, or share it on different social media. So we can get the link, and then we can just copy that link, and whoever we give that link to will be able to view our poster online. So now that we've created a poster, let's try to create a video. So we'll choose the plus icon again. We'll scroll to the bottom, and we'll choose create a video this time. So now we give our story a title, and then we can kind of pick a template if you want to. They kind of give a different plot, if you will. So like a hero's journey, a show and tell, a personal growth. You can kind of show your different own, or you can make from complete scratch. So in this case, I'll just start from scratch. There's actually a video that will come up that will actually let you play it and gives you a lot of great tips for being able to use this product and create one. So this is a great tutorial to watch. So now we've kind of got our running timeline down below, And then we have where we can add a slide, and this is our first slide. We'll have a credit slide and an outro slide, and of course we can add in as many as we want. So first we probably want to have a title slide. So this will be our title slide. I can have it to where it has a full screen, a split screen, like an image with a caption, or a title and text. So obviously we'll probably want a title and text this go round for this one. So I can choose the pluses to add in my text. And I can use my pluses and my minuses to make the text smaller or larger. I can also go up here to the top right and choose a theme. So this one is the theme that I'm working with now. These are, I can even change it, like this is mainly blue theme. I can make it mainly red theme, mainly green theme if I want to. I can change different ones if I want it to look like, I can hover over it and kind of see what it's going to look like. You can see the transitions are different. So I can kind of get, an idea of what we're working with and kind of pick what we think we want to do. So there I changed my theme, but also in changing my theme, I can change my theme's colors. So again, lots of options really to go with and to work with. It's just a matter of hand picking what you like. So this is the title. Now what I can also do is come up here to this plus and I can add a video as a background or a photo as a background as well. So I can just leave it on this blue, or I can choose a photo. I can either upload a photo if this is something that is personal to me and I have personal photos, or if I've collected photos off of the internet to create about a particular topic, I can do that. Or I can search for free photos or search the Adobe stock for photos. So either way will work. So then I could pick my image, and you would see it would kind of make it as the background of your video if you would like, or your first slide. Then I can come and add a new slide. So I can choose a plus down here, and this will be my second slide. It's almost like building a PowerPoint kind of. Then I can come over and choose, do I want, this was a title and a text. So maybe I have, my next one is going to be full screen text. So I can add in a full screen text, and I can either add in an icon or text. So I add in my text, and again, I could add in a photo as a background or a video as a background. So when you do videos, that is something that you would have to upload from your computer that you would already have to have made, or again, you could search from our stock photo. In this case, I'm just going to leave it this blue color for now. And then I can add in another screen, and again, I can continue on with making my video. So let's say in this case, I want to have a split screen. With a split screen, you can put something on this and then something on this. It kind of makes it two different colors. It almost looks like like a page almost. So maybe I have a photo here, and then maybe I have some text here. Also notice if you need to scroll in or out of an image, you can use that to kind of zoom in or out of your image yourself. So now we've added our text, and at any time you can come up to the theme and say, I'm really just not feeling that theme. I can actually come and change my theme if I want. And that will save whatever I've done and just kind of change the look of it. Okay, so now that you've added in all of your slides that you want, you then have the choice to decide how long each slide is present on the screen. So you can see by default all of them are 4 seconds. So you can choose, and you can change them to where they're longer, or however you want them to stay on the screen. You can just slide the arrow. And a lot of this is going to depend on how much text is on the slide. Your last option is to decide what audio is going to be included. So you don't have to have any audio at all if you don't want, but you can actually come to each slide and notice that there is a voice to where you can voice over on top of the slide. So maybe you read it, maybe you create some type of discussion on top of it, you could sing on it, whatever you want to do, that is going to be your audio that you would add on it. Now, oftentimes, if you've already kind of got it, most of what would be said in text, then you might not want to add audio. You might come up here to the top right and choose to pick some music just to play in the background. You can add your own music, or you can choose through what is already there. You can click on it and play it to get an idea of what it's like. So you just click on the music to select it and it will add it in, and then you're pretty much finished. At this point, you want to maybe preview your video. So you can choose preview at the top, or you can come to play here and you can click on the first slide and choose to play. And it will play your video. You can see how long it is. You can kind of see the pacing of it, decide if the slides change when you want them to change. Now you have the option of sharing your video or downloading it. So we can choose to download, and this will allow us to download the video outside of Adobe Spark. So that will allow you to save it. There it is as an MP4, or better yet, you can share it. Here you can change the title, give it a subtitle, change the author if you want to, and then you will create your link. So now we have the option to copy the link and paste it wherever we want. We could share it on social media, our Google Classroom, email, etc. So that's probably the best and easiest way to share your video with others.